G'day folks, hope I'm coming through loud and clear. I might just get rid of a couple of bits. Alright, let's see what we've got. I've just got a couple of bits to do. Excellent, I think we are all there. Let's just see what's going on that page. Excellent. Right, let's kick off. Now, we've got quite a lot to do on this episode, and I think we'll treat this next stream session as basically more of a working session. I've got quite a lot to do, so let's just kick off straight into the game. Here we go. We've already loaded the game up, and we are ready to go. And let's just continue on. Okay, let's close this menu. So, right now we are finishing up the seeding on field 10. We are growing some maize in here, some corn. This is going to be the start of the pig feed. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this guy who's already got a helper installed, and he's going to finish off this field. And hopefully, not too near distant future, we'll have a nice crop of corn / maize to harvest and get it back to the yard so we can start making our bit of pig food. As I said in the previous episode, we will need to go to the machinery shop, and we will need to buy a couple of headers for the harvesters, which we'll do once this field has grown. But in the meantime, we want to jump back into the field that we're harvesting soybeans. Oh, excuse me. We have nearly finished the harvesting on that field. There's just a little bit more to do. I want to get that finished up, and I want to get it cultivated and drilled, ready for the next cycle of crops on that, because that's quite a big generator of money, that field. So let's switch across, and we'll go and have a look and see where the harvesters are up to. Oh great, these guys are ready to collide with each other. Let's just sort these guys out. Okay, let's move this guy out of the way, and the other guy can sort himself out. Let's pull our pipe out. We'll get these guys unloaded. There's a little bit over to do straight ahead of us, as you can see. So let's get on and do that. This guy's chipping away, working away by himself, and the third combine again will open up his pipe, and we'll just position this guy so we can get the truck over here with our big trailer, and we can unload these guys, and these guys can help the other harvester. Give him a bit of space. No, actually, I'll do something else. I'll just go behind this guy, and then I won't have to move the truck around too much. Here we go. Right, let's just pull this guy in. Up and over. Brilliant. Alright, going to jump to my big lizard truck, and we're going to head over to the... Where are they? That's the question. Are they at the bottom of the field? I'm going to turn around using my guidance system. Lose GPS. And then we can get on, empty those guys. Probably drop the trailer off. I've only got another 20,000 litres to... Probably can drop off this load, and this will give us a bit more money into the stockpile. Oh wow, they're quite a long way away. Fortunately, this old truck does get up to about 83 odd kilometres an hour, so it does make journey times a little quicker. So here we go. We are just going to go and grab these two guys, empty out these two guys. Let's not crash into the harvesters. Here we go. Let's get this guy emptied. Hey Green Daz, how you doing, buddy? This map is Cherry Hills. Sorry, I didn't see your other thing. Must adjust my windows so I can actually see what's going on in chat. Can you hear me all right? What did I say this map was? This map is Cherry Hills. It's one of the more larger maps. It's one of my favourites. I came across this map a little while ago and just kind of fell in love with it. Oh, fantastic! Thanks for the sound check. It's hard to know these things. It's the first time they've actually had a visitor in my chat line. So, welcome to my sim. Right, let's get this guy over to the sell point. Fortunately, we got a couple of sell points either side of this field. I'm not sure which direction that we're travelling in, but there's one just in the corner here. I'm not too worried about the sale of the grain prices at the moment. I mean, we can usually get, if I get over 100 grand per load, I'm happy. Now, let's not crash my old truck. Let's park you up on there. Let's get you emptied out. Oh, okay. I've never played the Rattlesnake Valley. How was it? Not too baggy? I can definitely feel a multiplayer stream coming on for that. If you need a good tractor driver, I'll be there. Yeah, I quite like the big maps. I kind of like the way that we can actually all get in and be a part of actually working on quite a large field. I think there was one map that had something crazy. It had like a 600 hectare field in it. It was just almost like a quarter of the size of the map. I think that was probably almost too much. But I'll be up for a little bit of multiplayer and having a go. I haven't really done much multiplayer. I've always kind of been a bit of a loner when it comes to sort of map playing. But then again, I haven't really had much to do with communities with other players and in Farming Sim. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on, mate, and really show my age, or make the chat bigger. Oh, there we are. Okay. You go in the server room on Discord. The mod link is on there. Oh, cool. It's a 12-slot server running 24/7. You're more than well. Brilliant. Well, I might have a bit of a mosey on a little bit later. I mean, I'll be on the stream for probably another half an hour, 45 minutes while we get a few things done, and I'll go and have a look. So it's on the Discord, on the mod link down there is 12 slot server. Oh, brilliant. All right. Thanks for dropping in, by the way. Really appreciate that. Right, let's get this guy on the way and he can start. Let's hope the helper can kick it off. Here we go. Right, you start. Let's get the other. Oh, bloody hell! These guys fill up so bloody quickly. Yeah, you can come along. You can start and trim off at the end. Oh, cool. From you'll definitely get more people in from international games. Oh, excellent. But I've only been really part of you guys for a couple of days, so I'm still trying to get to know everybody. So I've been knowing you and John and Gizmo and stuff, and keeping an eye on what's going in on there. Um, yeah, it's starting to get feeling about the whole community. It's really good to be a part of a sort of a slightly larger community. Now you can drop in onto the pipe there. Let's get you sorted out towards the end there. Where are we? Oh, you can do a bit in there. And you can drop in over here. That should be alright. Get you guys finishing up on this whole field. Whoa, boy. What is the time, by the way? Where are you from, Daz? You're from the UK? Oh, and thanks for hosting me. I didn't even see that at the top there. Jesus, you're keen. You're up at what? 8:30 in the morning? You're at work. I'm still trying to find a bit of work. I've just got some responses back for junior IT consulting technician type jobs. At this stage, I don't actually care as long as it pays the bills, and if it's a little mundane, I don't really care. I just want to get back into work. I've been out of work for a little while now, so I just really want to get back out into the workforce without having to stack shelves. Right, let's go and grab our Lizard Barrel Core trailer. Love this trailer. This is one of our Kremp mod trailers. This is a 100,000 litre trailer. Absolutely brilliant. And we can get quite a lot of, unload the combines 3 or 4 times without having to actually go backwards and forwards to the farm all the time. So I'm really, really digging this trailer. Now, where is... I've got those 2 INF over there. Let's go and run. Where is that? Oh, it's coming up on the left. There we are. Whoa, boy, whoa. Here we go. Right, let's get you unloaded. Right, I'm just going to whip on back to my other field where we're doing a bit of work on. Oh, you silly sod. Always something, these bloody workers. Oh, you're nearly empty as well. Alright, well, we'll just drop you down and we will get another couple of passes down. I'm definitely going to have to look at that AI mod, see if we can get him working a little bit better. Although I don't actually mind going up and down the field a little bit just to start them off a little bit. I get to know the fields a little bit better. And I do like more of the odd shaped fields rather than the completely square ones. It makes for a more realistic approach to my farming. Right, you can have a helper on there. You can go. I'm going to go grab my T6 wherever he's gone. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Right, and we're going to go and do a bit of grain chasing. Chase the old Seadrill down. He's got a bit of seed left in him for the minute. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, you tractor. I guess all we need now is just to figure out and get some music streaming going. I guess I do like the old pieces of music, although I'm not sure about Sim Radiator these days. You have to go and do some work, keep up the great streams, and hopefully. Oh, so you see what happens when I read chat and try and drive tractors? You see what happens? Oh, Lord. There we go. Total malfunction there of... Oh, thanks, buddy. Really appreciate that. You have to go and do some work. Keep up the great... Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate the shout-outs and all the help you guys have been giving me. Absolutely awesome. And as soon as I start to get a little bit larger in my X, I'm more than happy to promote or to do whatever you guys want, whether it's going to be multiplayer or shout-outs or whatever. Just let me know, and I'm more than happy to help out in any of that. What's he doing? Oh, he's still, I didn't think he had, oh, yeah. Not only am I going blind, I am going slightly mad. Alright. So, a little bit more to do on that field. Grain tank, our harvesters are probably coming up to being a little bit full now. Let's jump back over to these guys. What number are they on? Oh, they're number 2. There we are. He's nearly full. He's still got a little way to go, and the last one he's got almost there. Right, let's pull up. Where's my truck tanker again? Okay, Daz, we'll catch you a little later. Take it easy, buddy. Where did the harvesters go? Looking for the harvester. There he is. Well, there's one of them. Well, the delay's not too bad today. Anyway, right, let's get this chappy unloaded. We won't be far off from actually getting this field done, which should be brilliant, and then we can choose and have a quick think about what crop we're going to put in there next. Go cruise control. Now this is a really good time to think about how not to look at chat and negotiate driving a truck. There we go. A trick I learnt from Gizmo. Okay, we got our next helper. He is out on wanting to be emptied. Alright, that's about enough done for you. Now here we go. Oh yep, round the other side. He's not too far away. Let's get you guys emptied. There we go. Right, now we may as well head over back to our No, I don't need to do him yet. T6, where are you? Group 3. There we go. Right. We are definitely going to have to fill our seed drill up again, which is no biggie. I've still got a bit of seed drill in the old trailer here. This is a mod trailer. Really good trailer, specifically designed for transporting and getting either fertilizer or seed into your seed drills. It only takes 20,000 litres, so you can only do maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 loads into each of the seeders, but you can use an auger trailer as well. And what sometimes I do, slow, this is the trick on this one. Concentrate, Hassan. There we go. Go forward a little bit. There we go. And he should. Oh, he's just to the right, isn't he? Come on, you. Back, 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 back. There we go. Some careful driving there. Certainly seem to be driving a bit better than what I was driving yesterday. Okay, so let's move him out of the way. There should hopefully be enough filled up on our old T8 and seeder here to finish off what needs to be finished off. Here we go. Let's get you raised up. And let's just move you out of the way there. Let's get you set up. I'll just hit my hire worker there. There we go. Now he probably won't want to turn around on this because he's got no marker at the end. So what we'll do is he's still got a bit of a haul to do up the far side of the field. So we'll set him off on the go. Then we'll go and empty the trailers again. The harvester should be almost ready for emptying again. And hopefully that can be getting very close to that field being harvested and done. We do have to go over to the dairy at some stage. We are going to have to go and give them some food and a bit of a clean up, maybe some straw. They're okay for the moment, but we will have to go over and do a little bit of work over there as part of one of the work cycles that we're going to have to do tonight. And as I said, tonight is all about, actually doing a longer stream, more rather than a tutorial like the last 2 streams have been going. It's going to be more hands-on and actually getting some work done. So I figured, well, while I'm getting the work done, we may as well do a live stream. So here we are. I want to thank Green Daz for coming in. Really appreciate it, buddy. I'm just starting to get into the whole international gamers side of things. Getting some more streaming done, and I guess the only way to get better at streaming is to keep on doing it. So hopefully I'm doing okay. I'm sure he'll let me know if I'm not. Alright, let's head on over back to our big field. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, there's still a little way to go. Okay, one of the farm combines. I thought I emptied him. Anyway, alright, we'll head on over. Oh. I'm going to be a bit naughty and just cross over here. I haven't got crop destruction on, so I'm alright. I'm cheating a little bit there. If we were on a more accurate map or a more accurate server, I will be a little bit more careful on that. But because we haven't got crop destruction on, it doesn't harm the crops. Anyway, right. see what our other two harvesters are up to. Yeah, you still need to fill up a little bit before collection, and you are doing okay. You're up the far side of the field, so you've got a little bit of way to go yet. Okay, so let's go back to our T8. Yeah, you need to be turned around. I don't think there's much more to do on this. We're nearly done. Let's just drop you down and yeah, let's finish you off maybe manually. I think there's only a couple of passes to do. Hopefully people can still hear me. We're just creeping a little bit off to the side there. Let's just sneakily move back over to the left a little bit. Right, so let's swing it around. Couple more passes, maybe two, I think, and that will complete the cycle on this field, which is actually taking surprisingly a long time. If I'm going to continue growing corn and maize and sunflowers and those types of crops, I'm definitely going to invest in a second machine that will do this. That'll just ease the time up a little bit. Mind you, we're sport. I mean, we do have the big Amazon seeder, and that's massive compared to this. It's about 5 times the size of this. So I guess we are a little bit spoiled on that side of things. So taking a little bit more of a smaller seeder to the reasonably sized field is it's not too bad. When I say smaller seeder, I mean in real life these machines are actually quite gigantic, really. Anyway, here we go. We're almost finishing off on the top end of the field. Maybe a couple more passes down at the bottom, and this will be a completed field. And all we have to do, we're putting fertilizer down as we're drilling. We will conclude this field, and then we'll just come back and harvest it when it is ready. That all looks to be pretty good. Let's raise you up. As you can see, we do have quite a big field in front of us that will need to be harvested. I'll bring the harvesters back and we'll start that. It probably won't be on tonight's stream. We'll see how we drop down. I tell you, I command, you shall obey. There we go. As I was saying, yeah, we need to get that field in front of us done. As soon as all the soybeans are sorted out, we'll get the harvesters back and we'll start them whirring away there. And that's quite a nice field to do because it's nice and close to the main farm, so we can do a lot of the drop-offs of grain back into the silos close at hand. What are we doing? We need to go up. There we go. Alright, so let's drop you guys down. Couple more passes, and I think that will complete this field. Okay, raise you up. A bit of a swing around. Let's do some braking. Right, here we go. Just about there. Oh, maybe just smidgen to do right on the outside. That's to be pedantic, I think. Yeah, I think we'll just do a little pass. And to finish that up. Brilliant. Okay, so then that's that field taken care of, which I am very, very happy about. So we don't. Okay, so we'll close up the lids, fold you up, and let's get back to the yard with you, my friend. Okay. Now, I was trying to put all the... Oh, there they are. In there. Yep. I'm going to try and keep all of the group machinery together. You can come back in here. I don't need you anymore. Steady. You can just go into the back there. Just move my back around there just a little bit further. Yeah, there you go. There's plenty of room in these barns, so absolutely fine. Alright, you... How much fuel you got left? Oh, you got a little bit of fuel. Anyway, right. Let's go and park you up. Okay, let's head on over back to the field. We've got some full harvesters. Let's get these guys and sorted out. Okay, one stop, buddy. He must have been fairly full. His flashing lights were on, so yeah. Oh, well, so he's got... Oh, I don't really want to go over the back of the crops over there. He can't have much to do on that now. Alright. I'm being a bit naughty again. Never mind. Let's head on over to our other guy over here. Another 14,500 litres and of nice profit coming in. Stop. Whoa! Okay. How we're doing in chat? Anything happening in chat? No. Okay, now, question is, he's done, and he's done. Where's the last fella gone? Where did this other bugger get to? Oh, there he is. He's bloody miles away. Bloody hell. Here we go. Okay. Now those, I might just get these guys trimmed up when this guy's down here. Otherwise I'm going to have to jump to one of the other comrades that's finished and then haul his ass all the way from one side of the field to another. I think we can be a little bit more efficient with our time management on these harvesters. There we go. Almost coming up to the end. And then we can just tidy up those patches over there on the right, and then that'll clear up and scrape in the last amounts of soybeans that we have here. Okay, let's there we go. Hey, controls. There we go. Okay, now we've got that little bit done. Probably trim off a little bit of a headland at the top there. I know we're getting close to the odd side shape to the field, so it might just pay just to give a bit of a trim on the top of the headland there. And I think before we send him back down, we'll top up the trailer so he's got a full load. And there's a sell point not far from us. And that'll be some more money coming in, which will be brilliant. Alright, we may as well, if we're going back that way, back to the trailer, take out another pass. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's get this guy emptied out. Oh, that always worries me coming up next to the trailers. I've got such a large header on these guys. There we go. Right. He should fill up. Yep, that's that trailer full now. We'll get this guy back on into a working mode, and then we shouldn't be too far away. Yeah, a little bit more work to do. I'll get the other combine that's finished working with this guy, and then he can finish off this top end of the field, and then we should be almost there. A day's work is never done, as they say. Right, come on you, let's go and find a sell point. Aye, right, Helper F has a full grain tank. Alright, well we'll go and sort that out in a minute. The next time I think I'm just going to bring a couple of extra tractor and trailers along just so I can just keep swapping in between them just to keep the harvesters moving. That's always a key important part of the job, you know. You must keep those harvesters running as efficiently and quickly as you can. I think, as I said in the last stream, it's actually quite tricky to keep up with everything. Harvesting, drilling, seeding. It's quite a large map for one person to manage, but I like to chip away and keep running and doing what we do. It's certainly one of my more favourite maps. I mean, I'll always have a sort of a little bit of a soft spot for Goldcrest, but I have some, I wouldn't say issues with the Goldcrest Valley. Everything works and it works smoothly and seamlessly, but I believe that Giants could have made it a little bit better. I think there's far too much town within it that could have been dedicated to more fields, and the layout of where all the different points are, I think, could have been done a little bit better. It's awfully pretty, but it's almost too perfect, if you know what I mean. It's not, I don't know. It would have been nice to have some, what's the word I'm looking for? Would have been nice to have some larger fields to work in conjunction with their Big Bud pack. I do have the Big Bud pack, but for some strange reason it's awfully buggy, and whenever I purchase any item within it, whether it'll be the tractor or one of the cultivators or whatever, it will drop my frame rate down something rotten. Maybe it's just my graphics card, but everything else, I mean, I've tried mods from all different kinds of bits and pieces. I've never had so much trouble with a mod pack, especially from Giants, so maybe it's exclusive to the GTX 1080s, which it probably is. I mean, I'm only running a GTX 1070, but even so, I mean, it's still got 8 gig of RAM on it and a ton of kudos cores, and you know, so I can't imagine it will be too much to do on that. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's got any thoughts or comments on the Big Bud pack. Please let me know. I'd be most curious to hear folks' thoughts on that. I haven't had a big play with the tractors too much, but certainly the seed drills and the cultivators, yeah, completely smags out my FPS. So no idea. Okay, what's this guy doing? Alright, you are just about done on that. Let's move you out of the way. Now let's just go and see where everybody is up to. Right, you are just about there. You're finished about there, and you are there. Right, so you, I believe, where are we? Yes, you can come and start over here on the back wall, on the back side of the little area here. Oh yes, as I was saying about the Goldcrest Valley, I wasn't entirely sure about the move to the trains either. I mean, if we wanted to play with trains, as I do now and again, I've got the train simulator. I didn't know whether there was really a necessary need for the trains. I think if it was designed fairly well, I mean, this is actually not bad in this map. It's just basically a train loop that goes around the entire map, which is pretty good. But in Goldcrest, I'm not entirely sure. I think their efforts could be spent on modding more variation of pieces of equipment. It's nice that they've done the Massey Ferguson's up to scratch. I think the 8700 series is absolutely brilliant. I think they could have moved some more of the Fords over, like the T7 Standard Edition. That would have been pretty awesome, rather than having the Heavy Duty Edition. Maybe had some more Deutz tractors, although they've got a reasonable amount of Deutz Fahrs. They could have showcased the Fendt 1050. That could have been a pack to be bought out. Great work on the Kuhn pack, though. They did do thumbs up on that. Certainly for some of the smaller maps, that Kuhn pack would work absolutely brilliantly, and they did a really good job on that. I'm not trying to diss Giants by any way. I've just got some of my thoughts and processes on ideas of what perhaps they could have done. That's pretty much it, really. So the layout of Goldcrest could have been, yeah, could have been a little bit better. Not so much emphasis on the trains, a little bit more equipment, some more variants on field sizes. I don't know, make it, could they perhaps made it more European. But saying that, it is, you know, it is a farming sim game, so I think they had opportunities to go beyond what they've done. But I guess I know there's future releases. There'll be, I guess, Farming Simulator 19 could be the next release. They've got Farming Sim 18, I think, already assigned to the iPad models, or the iOS and the Android. I almost forgot. I think it's available on Android. I definitely know it's available on the iOS. So, Farming Sim 19, it'll be interesting to see. I would have loved to have seen different brand packs that you could have added on as DLCs. I reckon it could have been really cool to have a Massey pack, or a New Holland pack, or an extra New Holland pack. Would have been good to have them with a John Deere pack, but I do know from what I've heard that John Deere are not quite ready to let their design rights go to the game yet. There's some pretty awesome John Deere mods, but not officiated with officially with John Deere. So that's a little bit of a shame, because John Deere make some very awesome pieces of equipment. As I said, I am a huge brand fan, which is why I have all of my gear with New Holland, because it covers the basis that I need for all my equipment. It has everything from a 100 horsepower tractor to a 565 horsepower tractor, which is just brilliant, and everything in between. All except the T7 heavy duties, which I'm not a fan of. I prefer the T7 standard edition that was in Farming Sim 2015. However, it was only a small mod. The Fendt range could have been done a bit better. It would have been good to get in touch with Kubota. Maybe they are going to be on the next game on that, because they make some really good small end stuff. So why not? I don't know. Maybe I'm just ranting on a little bit too much now. Right, this guy can go back onto the worker, and we will start with a hired worker on him. He's good. He's going to be going up and down, getting finished. Let's see whether we should empty out some of these guys just so they can keep going for a little while further. Okay, so let's get this guy. He's almost full, actually. We did quite a lot of toing and froing with him, actually. There we go. Autopilot. Well, cruise control. Engaged. Good grief, you really were full, weren't you? Alright, you are just about done and empty. Let's head over to the next guy. Okay, Mr. Farside is ready to be unloaded. And we'll go and unload this guy, because he's just about full anyway. Alright. Oh, he's done on that. Alrighty folks, I am going to go and get a cup of coffee. I shall be right back, bear with me, and we will continue on with our harvesting very shortly. Oh, right, we are back, and I have my coffee, and I am set to go. And hopefully, we will get this field all finished. Okay, so let's switch back into the game. Save, we're all good. Grab my bearings for a moment. We are very nearly done on this field, and I can't wait to get it finished and get a next crop planted and seeded and ready to go. We will hopefully get the combine harvesters back to get the other field started at least and get that field harvested, and then by then our other crops should be ready for another session. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, what's that other chap? Is he... Ah, right, let's get this guy back on track. Oh, that's why. Slightly odd. They didn't continue going, but that's all right. He's only got a bit to go now anyway, so that's all good. Let's set a worker off for this guy. We'll switch back to our truck. Let's see what else we've got going on. That's all good. Ah, yes, we might go and tidy that harvester at the top there. There's got a couple of bits and pieces to sort out round the edges there. Yeah, let's just get these guys sorted out. Here we go. Let's just get this guy trimmed off. I think there's a little bit... Yeah, there's a little bit to do around the other side, so we'll just trim out this little bit area here. And then we'll knock it back over to the other side, and then he can finish up over here. On these odd shaped fields. I think it is. It is really good that on these custom maps and these modded maps that the fields are a little bit odd size and they give you the ability to either chop down trees and what's the words I'm looking for? Yeah, you know, tailor the maps or tailor the fields to whatever you would like, and they're giving you plenty of options on this particular map, and it's absolutely wonderful. I mean, there's so many trees to sort out for if you want to get into the forestry, and there's so much land to work on. It really is an awesome map. Okay, I think it'll be safe to put a worker on this guy. Here we go. He's all happy. Let's go back to the truck. Couple more loads and we'll be ready for another visit to the grain sale point. This guy should nearly be full. He might be ready to finish off his last bit on here actually, which would be brilliant. Yeah, he's kind of done, so he's going to need one more prompt with getting a couple of bits done. Let's get this guy sorted. We're very close to emptying. We might just empty this guy now. Oh, we'll carry on. We'll carry on down and maybe, just maybe, we'll get this last bit finished before we have to unload. Let's see, 13.5, 13.6. Maybe. Another 500 litres, less than that now. Are we going to finish this last row before having to unload? It's going to be close. No. No, bugger. Oh well, not to worry. Let's go and get the truck. There we go. Right, we'll let this go unload and I shall take a sip of more coffee. Well, it's really nice for Greendads to pop in and say hi. Really appreciate that. My first chatting companion was really good. Okay, let's get this guy moved out of the way. He will need to go and unload number on the other harvesters in a minute. We'll just finish up this harvester on... Oh Lord. No, that's one. Yep. Let's get this guy finished up and then he can go back and help finish off the other bits to do on the field. And then it will be done. Yes. Okay, right. Right, you. You can come over here. Yeah, I think we should be able to get this in the one go. Fingers crossed anyway. We'll soon find out. See what the worker can do for us on this. Let's switch over to the next harvester. He's nearly full as well. Oh yeah, he's still got a bit of work to do on there. Let's grab our... No. Now how are we going to do this? Our trailer is nearly full. Oh no, I didn't open him up. Alright, no worries. We'll leave him there for a minute. We will get this guy emptied. We'll do a run to the grain store. Run right back and then get the last couple of bits done. And hopefully by the time I go to the store and back again, the Combine 2 should have finished that last bit up the middle of the field, and then it's just this bit to do on the left and a little bit to do behind us, and then we should be done. Nothing like a nice cup of coffee. Okay, here we go. Let's haul his ass over to the sale point. I should really, for the sake of how much soybeans that I actually have back on the main farm, we can afford to let these go for whatever they go at. Here we go. Right, steady on the old girl. Up you go. There we go. Right, slam the brakes on. And let's see how much we're going to get for this little lot. As long as it's well over 100 grand, I should be reasonably happy. 110 grand, yeah, that's dropped down quite considerably. But that will do. 110,000 euros or pounds or sterling is better than a kick up the backside. I shall take it. And now, hopefully for the conclusion, the last few bits and pieces to do on this field, as far as harvesting goes, we can get all that sorted. But if I have to do another drop off at a sell point, I am going to go to another sell point, and hopefully we can get a little bit more for our soybeans. I must have a look, see what they're doing in the market actually. I haven't looked for a while. Okay, glasses set, clean. Oh, excuse me. Oh, a little bit of a blocked nose there. Right, pretty sure you are empty. So what we're going to do, let's just double check you are empty. Got a little bit in there. I'll just park you up there. Let's move around. Let's go and see what we've got over here. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay, let's set this guy off. He'll probably only go up and down and stop again, but what I do have a plan is I'm going to grab and empty my second 1090, and I'm going to trim the outside of the field, and then hopefully, oh, steady, 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 here we go. And hopefully that will do it. And that'll be that last little piece done. And away we go. Alright, pipe in, sir. Okay, let's fire up the harvester. And the last few bits and pieces. Here we go. Yeah, we should get around this last little piece quite quickly. I think I saw a YouTube vid on one of these harvesters, the big 1090 with the super flex or drex or header, 45-foot header, which is incidentally massive, by the way. Set a world record. They timed it and they had an all field, and I can't remember the crazy amounts of grain and everything they get. I'll see if I can't find a link. It's I'm pretty sure it's called something like New Holland World Record, where they harvest 100 acres in something ridiculous, or 1,000 acres in 24 hours. It wasn't anywhere near as that, but it was something pretty unbelievable as far as. But they had everything, you know, all worked out. It was all set up, you know, with the crops were, you know, massively overdone for the huge field. It might have been 100 acres in a few hours or whatever. I'll find out. But I thought it was really interesting. It's Like these guys go to the extremes to keep on top of their equipment. I do know that these combines use a twin grain separation system. They have two core barrels in the centre of the combine. They're like, look like a bit like, you know, tumble dryers, but massive, and two separations, which does, I guess, you know, make for a high efficient harvesters. I'm not sure what other harvesters do. It's been a while since we had a dissection of a modern combine harvester. Okay, so let's pick him up there. Let's go back around the other way. And we will do another pass around the other side. And then hopefully a couple more runs up and down with this guy and the other guy who's already on the helper. Should complete this field. How about that, hey? Oh, well, it's a bit messy around that side, isn't it? See if I can't tidy that up on the next pass that we do. Okay, so let's see if we can't tidy that up a little bit. I might just go back to the top there and just trim out a nice straight edge on the side that we are on. Okay. Almost. Great. Okay, let's just pull him around. How far back do we go? Oh, not too far. We're almost there, actually. Okay. Okay, almost there. Hopefully if there's enough there, the other guy should pick it up on that last little bit to do on the left there. And then that should... Oh, has he got a full grown to... Oh, bugger it. Maybe we could get... the last little bit done without having to unload. Not that it's a big issue, it will just have been nice to tidy things up in a nice roundabout way. Yeah, we should do. Yeah, so we can move this guy out of the way. This guy is... Well, we may as well just empty that guy and just pull it up on the other side on that one. Oh, no, take out on that. There we go. Again, pull up our trucker route. That's what's going on in the yard. Okay, right, let's get this guy sorted out. Let's get him emptied and then on to the next part, and then we should be done. Brilliant, that's him done, and then let's get this guy emptied out. And I think we've just got the last guy. I think the other combine, yeah, he's done, he's empty, and he's got a bit of needs to be sorted out. However, we can sort this guy out a little bit later. We may as well head... Oh, we may as well drop his header off. I don't think there's any loose bits that I've missed anywhere. I was about to take the header off and just start towing it, but I'll just... Oh, excuse me. As I'm heading back to the yard, I'll just leave his header on there for a moment, just in case there are any other last bits that I need to trim out. Helper D is blocked by an object. Oh, because you still want to help and he'd be backing into the truck. Okay, we'll sort him out in a moment. I really hope I'm going the right way. I'm sure I am. Aha! I knew it. Last little bit of soybeans. Try to escape the harvester. Right, so now let's just switch over to the header. Okay, let's lower you, let's get you off of there for a minute. We'll get the pipe out ready for the truck coming over. And your butt is back to the farm to do some more harvesting. How much fuel we got? 705 litres. More than enough. That'll be right. Yes, I know I'm in the way. Come on, you get off of there. Pretty sure you're empty. Yep. Okay, let's jump back into the... Oh, you're just about done. Oh, bugger. Oh, it's done. It is done. Right, let's get your butt back to home. Oh, good grief. Yeah, may as well try a cab you while we're at it. There we go. Yeah, they're not the... they're pretty simplistic inside these days. All controlled via computer. Apart from the air conditioning. Okay, now for the last guy. Oh, no, don't need to turn you on. Just need to fold your pipe in. And and start the long journey back to the farm. As you can probably gather, this is quite a large field, trundling along a faithful vaping device, yes. We have news from the world of Gmail. Anyway, yeah, slightly distracted there, sorry folks. Let us push on for a little while. Okey-dokey. Right, let's get you parked up just about there. That'll be absolutely fine. Let's grab our grain truck, and then we've got a bit of a load on that first combine to sort out. And then once that is done, we'll be able to get all the guys back to the farmyard and then work out of a plan for that harvest on the main field just outside the yard. I think we'll get a couple of T8s and a couple of grain trailers there, and we'll have chasers for each one of the harvesters, and we'll have this guy going backwards and forwards to a sell point every time he gets filled up with 100,000 litres. We'll go and drop that off directly, and then we'll get the T8s just dropping their grain off into the silos, and then that way we've always got stock in the silos to be able to sit and hold and wait for the prices to rise. And then once that happens, we can then get the maximum amount of dollars for our yield. But for the meantime, let us get these guys emptied out. Excellent, so that's that done, so he can just be pulled over to one side because he's a lot faster than these other guys. We can jump out of our truck there, and we can then do a small run. Here we go. we go. That's going done. Let's unfold the header there on this guy, and then we'll sort this guy out. Let's just lower the header. There we go. Detach. It's getting to that stage, isn't it, for a little bit of lighting? What was I looking for? Oh yes, there we are. Cool, right. There we go, and the last guy. Let's change this guy, let's unfold the header. Let's just drop him down. Right, almost set. Let's just get you guys lined up, and then I'll try and figure out how to do the follow me. Oh, there's my vehicle group switcher. I can't remember. No, there are my lights. I'll have to have a figure out on that. I figured it out ages ago, but I haven't actually used it for since ages ago. Let's just put these in a convoy formation. There we go. Just going to save the game. I'm just going to drop out and just check out. Well, that's what I thought it was. No. I don't know, maybe it got switched off. Or maybe I didn't load it up on the beginning of the game in the mod folder. Highly possible. Oh well, in that case, what we are going to do, we are going to do this manually. And we are going to haul our combine harvesters back to the yard. Let's just pause and just make sure that I've got my other window up. Oh, there we are. Cool. So here we go, let's go back to the game. Done. It's not that far really. I must remember to load that up for next time, because it does save a lot of time. So instead of moving 4 vehicles back, you only have to move 1 vehicle back. But that's all good. The next field to harvest is not very far away. It's only like 1 field across anyway. Oh, it seems to be a quiet night in general on Twitch. I must remember that. We're in New Zealand, so it's Tuesday. Is it? Get my P's and Q's right. No, it's Wednesday. Can't even get my days right. You see what happens when you don't work for a couple of months. Wednesday, 9:15, which I guess it must be around, what, 10:15 in the morning for you guys? In the UK, that is. Yeah, must be somewhere around there anyway. Okay, so we may as well head into the next field to be harvested. There's no time like the present to get this all done. Looks nice and golden. We'll go to the far end of the field, and then that way we can work our way back. Our chat seems to be very quiet. If you are popping in, please say hello. Alright, let's swing you back round so we can actually get you attached to the harvester. Hopefully we've got enough room there. I might just go back up to here so we've got room to swing around. Here we go, that's a bit better. Okay, let's get you all hooked up. Okay, let's go into cab view so we can actually see what we're doing a little bit more accurately. Gently does it. There we go. Not the straightest, but... Right, we are ready to rock and roll with this guy. Let's set you off down here at the end, and then we will go and grab the other two harvesters and they can join in with the fun. Hopefully he'll sort him and straighten himself out when he comes back around the other way. Okay, so let's go get the other next harvester on the road. Here we go. And the long track home. Come on, you can do it. Here we go. In fact, yeah, we'll set you off around in the middle of the field, and then that way you get a fair chunk to do. Let's move you around. There we go. Oh, that's about as a skew whiff as you're going to get, buddy. That's terrible. Oh well. Oh, no, don't unfold you. You need to unfold the header. There we go, fold up the header. Great. Okay, let's send you straight out. There we go. And let's go and get the last one. Well, that didn't take very long for Helper A to fill up his tank, did it? Okay, let's get this guy started off. That might do quite well there. And again, let's see if we can't line this up a little bit more accurately. Well, that's a bit better. Whoa. There we go, that's much better. Third time lucky. Oh no. Unfold you. Need to fold in the header. Right, there we go. Now, I have extended this field a little bit. So what I'll do, I'll just send them out slightly wider. We'll finish up the outsides of the field a little bit later, once the majority of the field has been done. Okay, now let's go and grab our big truck. Okay, let's drop this little load off here, because you are going to go straight to the field, and then we're going to go back to the yard and we're going to pick up a couple of T8s, and they're going to be chasers for the two other harvesters. So let's just move you out of the way. Let's get you into the field. And once the chasers are out, we'll get the T9, and the T9 can go to the field that we just harvested and start cultivating. Almost there. Here we go. Steady. Here we go. Right, the first load of oats. Don't worry about him for a minute. Let's go and grab one of the Joskins. Oh yeah, needs to come round this way a little bit. Here we go. Let's get this guy out. Whoa, the frame drop. A little bit laggy. Oh, let's pick it back up now. Here we go, coming up to the first, or second, because we've got the lizard on the Harvester 1. We've got Harvester 3, I guess, on this one. Harvester 2 can be the one in the middle. And these grain crops do fill up the harvesters quite quickly, so we'll see how we do. I'll let this guy fill up. Ah, oh, cool. It's taking a bit longer. Ah, but you're not on a full width cut. That's all good. Let's grab a second T8. Let's jump on our second. Second trailer. Here we go. We're just about set up now. There we go, so there's one. Oh yes, he can come back into the yard. Oh, I forgot about this little guy. Our little T6. I like this little tractor. Well, I say little tractor, it's almost the same as a TW35. Well, give or take 20 odd horsepower anyway. And we may as well fill this guy up, just so he's ready to go for next time. Let's change the... oh. I'll leave you there so the camera angle doesn't go absolutely bananas. It's not too bad. I'm just eyeing up on the position of the... where you are on the map. It tends to go a little bit funny. Okay, let's pull you around. So if you put the cover back on. Right, I need to pop out just for a second and I'll be right back. Don't go away, folks. See you soon. Sorry about that, I just had to pop out just for a moment. So we are back, we're just dropping this guy off. Don't think he needs to do anything else. So he can be just temporarily parked up for a moment. We'll find another job for him to do when the time is right. There we go. So let's go back to our 3 chasers. I think we're going to get a ton of grain out of this field. I really do. Yeah, let's start up there. I seriously doubt that other harvesters made it back down. He'll be over the brow of the hill somewhere, I suspect. Aye, there he is. Here we go. Right, let's get this fella unloaded. Right, let's jump onto our big... whatever, I haven't really got a name for this guy. I never really liked the name Lizard. But our big truck, I guess, is as good a name as any. So we'll get him turned around and then be in a half decent direction. There we go. Brilliant. So that's these guys working. Now, do we... well, those guys are going to be needed to be harvested very shortly as well. Right, well, while we're waiting for those guys to unload, let's just have a quick look to see what's going on with the prices of bits and pieces. Our closest sell point from where we are is on USMCs. And what is he offering for... oh, bulls. Not a sell point there. Around £2,187 per 1,000 litres. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah. Is it worth anything taking up to the ground? Probably not. We might just take the odd load up to the store of this guy here, and the rest is going to be stored, and we'll definitely wait for a higher price. I think we can do better than that. I do indeed. Okay, so let's jump back up onto our move you out of trouble, and the same with this other guy. There we go. Right, that's pretty dang good. What other trails have got on the yard? I was just thinking about the dairy cattle. Let us go and see. Yeah. We've got a third Joskin there. Let's go and attach him. Oh, I definitely think it's going to be... Oh, dear me. Steady, steady, steady. There we go. I definitely think it's going to be worth doing a trip to the dairy just to see what state they're in. We had a look a little while ago. Let's get some total mixed ration sorted out for those guys. So let's jump in and have a look at our animals. Alright, well, cleanliness is down, water is down, straw, could probably do with a bit of straw. Yeah, just a general all-round top-up, I think. Alright, well, while that's doing that, let's go and just see what our 435 JCB. There we go, we can do a bit of a tidy up. There we go. I haven't really used this guy that much over the sessions that we. On my Goldcrest Valley map, I have over 1,000 dairy cows, and oh, they don't make it level. This concrete here. Yeah, I have over 1,000 dairy cows. We have the big feeding wagon and a ton of bales, and this old JCB gets used a tremendous amount doing all the manure and bales and filling up the feeder wagons and stuff, but because we've got so much automation on this map, this guy doesn't get used as much, but that's alright. He's paid for and he's very handy for loading up manure into the wagons. Doesn't really get to do much bale work. It's probably a little bit overkill, really. But I do. This is one of my favourite machines in Farming Simulator, so I really appreciate just the ease of use. And the fact that it can pick up 10,000 litres in one go is really bloody handy. Okay, so that's that. Cleanliness should be sorted. That will come through in a moment. Let's go back to our last TH. Yep, there we go. Let's just move you out of the way there. There we go. So this is some total mixed ration that has been pre-made for us. So it's just a case of dropping it in a trailer, taking it over to the dairy yard. There we go. Might just straighten that up a little bit. There we go. That's a bit better. Good as gold. Right, let's unload that for these guys. Let's watch it come up and see what that gives us. Yeah, topping up quite nicely. We might bring another load over. yeah, we'll definitely be bringing another load over. While I've still got some straw bales, like quite a few of them, it might be a nice opportunity just to bring out the old JCB again and use up those bales. I'm not wanting to use up my straw from my silos too much, because I want that to be basically used for making the TMI over in the other yard. Alright, so let's go and grab some of these bales. It's been a while. Oh, it's not straight. Straighten up, 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 I say. There we go. There we go. Can we fit through that little gap, I wonder? Maybe. Oh, you stupid boy. Anyway, let's drop these in there. Let's go and pick up the other bale that we dropped. There we go. Let's put, where's the drop zone? Oh, there it is. Yep, got the drop zone, so that's good. So that should give us a little bit more straw. How much straw? That's almost full. We'll need some more grass. I don't quite know whether we've got any more grass bales around. Certainly got some hay bales. Out of the way, Mr. Cow. Let's drop a couple of hay bales into there. That should be alright. There we go. Oh, for Lord's sakes. Good grief, man. That's probably all the hay that it needs, actually. We'll just drop that in there and that will disappear when it needs some more. Ah, oh, for Lord's sakes. Can you do it? An object to play with. Get off of there. There we go. Right, you can stay there for the moment. So what we're going to need now, we're going to need some water. And we're also going to need some grass. Let's just jump out of the old JCB. And let's just double check what we're going to need. Going to need some more power food and some grass. Okay. Okay, so that's just, we should have quite a lot of grass in. We did quite a big run of cutting grass a little while ago. It's been, oh, there we are. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's have a look at our reserves. That should give us plenty of straw and grass and silage and hay. So we'll give us another load of basically power food. It's all total mixed ration as it's called. And we definitely need to get them some water. Oh, we're full on that. More than enough grass, so we'll go and drop the excess grass off. Yes, move. There. There we go. Right. Okay, let's go and load this up again. And while we're at it, we'll go and move this old fella. And go and grab our big old cultivator. Grabbed. Okay, you can stay there for a minute. There'll be one overdue to go and empty out those harvesters as well. They'll be getting all rather full. Oh, there we go, smash the trailer on the back of the concrete bunker. Here we go. And again, we'll have a look at our supply levels. Did we not hit our zone? There we go, that's better. Okay, might even need one more load on that. Oh, that cows, the magic cows, there we go. Try not to run them over too much. It is not good for their health. Here we go, get this last little lot done. And I need a tractor to take over there to go and get the water bowser. I'll take that old T-dub. Take the T-dub. Oh yeah, that does sound good. Here we go. Let's come and grab. All a little bit rather overkill there for this little water bowser, a little water tanker. We'll eventually get a little tractor just to run these little. Oh, we'll eventually get a little tractor for the dairy farm, just do these little odds and runs and stuff. Right, let's fill you up. I mean, it doesn't have to go very far. It's just not really a biggie. We only have to jump across the road and grab one of the other tractors and just do a quick mission. I mean, we do have some other water tankers, some bigger water tankers that can do a better job because it holds more. But I mean, because we've only got a couple of hundred dairy cows, it's not overly essential. Yeah, my phone is making some noises. Let's see what the phone has to say. Yeah. More people going live on Twitch. It is starting to heat up. People are coming online. It's wonderful. Ah, talk shows. He's saying something about talk shows. Well, he only has to pop across. Hopefully he sees that I'm live. He may pop in. That'd be wonderful if he does. If not, no worries. Right, so there's 7,300 litres of water sorted for that. In fact, it'll be really good if the farming sim could offer you a little water pump and a hose and do it that way. Oh, you are a little... Oh well. I was going to say pain in the backside for reversing these little trailers. Mind you, I'm getting a little bit tired now, so anyway, that's not really a biggie. There we go. Drink in there, drink some water. And we're almost, yeah, there we are. Right, let's get this sorted out. Let's see how much we've got to go. 24,000 litres, maybe another load after this, and that should top these guys up. And we will go and grab our T83 because you should be full. Yeah, you are. You're full. Some total mixed ration. We'll get you dropped off, and then we'll definitely get over to the harvesters. Yeah, we almost need a couple of people running on the farm just to do all these little odd jobs. I'm sure it's going to get really busy once we start getting pigs and sheep and doing wool runs and all kinds of other bits and pieces. But we do the jobs as we can, and when we do them. I mean, it is a game after all. It's here to be enjoyed. There we go. Let's empty this lot out. Power food is slowly going up. That is going to give us plenty. We'll just do one more run with the water tanker. And then there we'll leave the dairy cows happy for a while. And these guys are starting to slowly produce me quite a lot of money. It's about 100 grand every 24 hours, which is a nice wee income that's coming in. The next stage, which is not essential, is the lettuces, tomatoes and pumpkins and all that jazz down at the garden centre will need to be restocked with water, compost and manure. But we'll deal with that once we've sorted out the harvest. There we go. Let's drop that trailer. We won't need you there. You can come back round and join your partner up there. There we go. And if we go back to our TW, he should be ready to go and get another load, which he is. Come on. Here we go. Let's swing round. There we go. Oh Lord. There we go, that's better. Let's see if we get another load of water in. And we are back out into the fields after this. Alright, so let's drop the water off into here. That should be good. Yeah, everything's all in green. We like things in green. Even green does. Right. T-Dub's going to come back with me. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of lag kicking in. I'm actually going to pause and we are going to save the game. The last thing that we want to do after doing all of this work is for the game to crash and then we end up with having to do all that bloody hard work all over again. And when the game starts to get a little bit laggy like that, sometimes a sign that it is going to crash. But the frame rate has picked that up again, and it seems to be okay. It always does seem to be a bit laggy around the farmyard. Not entirely sure why. There we go, it's dropped back up now. Or kicked back up, not dropped. Up to around about 55, 57, thereabouts. It's not too bad. Okay, so let's jump into... There we go. One of our T8s. And we will... carefully sneak into the side. And onto the next one. There we go. Here we go, let's get this guy sorted out. And again. And we'll switch over to our truck and we'll follow down to our next harvester and we'll get him unloaded as well. Here we go. Again, what's with the frame rate dropping? I don't know. It wasn't like that. Well, the gameplay seems to be okay. Maybe a tad laggy, but that's alright. We don't want it to run much further down than that. However, we'll just let this guy park up on here. And we'll just quickly switch back to our other T8's. There's one here. He'll be almost ready for a load. There's probably enough in that combine just to top the trailer up to its full capacity. And we'll just do another couple of drop-offs. We'll drop off this trailer load from this T8 and we'll do another trailer load from the other T8 and then we'll call it a night. Because we've been going for a little while now, so hopefully everybody's been enjoying what we've been doing so far on our wonderful Cherry Hills map. There will be more tutorial videos coming and of course a lot more streaming. Ah, there we go, that's this guy done. So let's get this guy out of the way of the crop. Mind you, by the time the harvester gets up to this end, he'll be wanting to be unloaded again. They do fill up very, very quickly when they're doing these barley, wheats and grains and other bits and pieces. Anyway, let's take a ride with this guy, and we'll just drop off this load directly into the silo. So we're not going to sell it in half trailer loads, not one where we can take the big lizard trailer with 100,000 litres in at a time, because every time we take a load, small or big, generally tend to get a price drop. So if you're going to take anything over to the sell points, you may as well take a large load and get the higher price for it then and just hold the rest until the prices readjust again. Okay, let's pull you in. Coming up onto the right, I think, is a... Oh, there we are. There's the little entrance. There we go. There we go. Let's get this guy dropped in. Let's have a look at the board. Let's unload that. Yeah, so the oats is going up slowly. So we've got quite a lot But then again, I also like to have lots of grain in storage. It means money in the bank, so to speak, sort of our gold reserves, if you like. Um, Keeps me rather happy as well, because we know that if we ever need any farm machinery or whatever, we can just go convert a load and pay for it. I know we've got 17 million euros in the bank, but fields on this particular map are quite expensive. So we want to do quite a lot of saving up and have cash reserves to be able to buy and maintain the machinery that we need to use to continue farming on larger scale. Okay, I'm pretty sure I came off of this chaser. We'll soon find out. Alright, let's get this guy emptied again. While we are here, at least anyway. Let's head over to the other chaser. He's got 43,000 litres. Now where it is oh, he must be, according to the map, forward from us. We've only got room for another 3,500 litres, so this will be this job done for this guy for tonight. Okay, here we go. This is a really high yielding field. I mean, it's great for us. It means a lot of grain. And grain means money. Money means more fields and more machinery. And we do love machinery. Here we go. Let's get this dropped off. Right. How are we going to get... Oh, you're going to have to go back and round. I don't like driving through the crops, even though I haven't got the destruction mod on. It's just nice to respect all that hard work that's gone into fertilising and sowing and ploughing and everything else. Oh, I ploughed. That's probably why I'm getting a lot more. Yeah, we get an extra 10% or something when we plough the fields. I think it lasts for 3 seasons or thereabouts. That's probably why we're getting a super amount of grain from this yield of this field. Yeah, what a rhyme. Yield, field. Anywho. Right, so let's get this guy unloaded and we'll just get that last truck done and then we are going to call it a night because we've been going for quite some time now and I think I could do with a bit of a break. Here we go. Right. For a moment there, I thought there was a glitch in there. I thought that harvester was giving me a lot more grain than I thought I was going to get. I guess the other thing that we could go and do, I mean, we've got a spare tractor left over, so we could go and grab an auger wagon and he could float around as well. It's probably not a bad idea, actually. But we might pick that up in there on the next stream. Alright, let's just get this guy queued up, ready for the next session. Well, there we go, folks. We completed one of the main fields. We'll just bring up the big map. We completed field 15, which was absolutely brilliant. We started the harvest on field 3, which is awesome, because we need to do that. And we're going to continue harvesting on the next sessions on 1, 2, and 4. Then hopefully by then we'll get round to field 10. But we might also make some grass as well and cart that back to the silos because we're going to need some more of that because we're going to buy some more dairy cows just so we can keep that income coming in. Anyway, I am going to sign off for the evening. So everybody that came and stopped by, thank you. Thank you, Green Daz, for stopping by and saying hello. Really appreciate it. And yeah, take care everybody, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.